A barn swallow eats 50 flies an hour, 850 flies a day, and we have them here nesting on every opening of the barn. And that is our fly control. It's our main fly control system right there.
No pesticides.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. No, nothing on the skin. We're just going to show up in the milk. And so this is obviously Thorncrest Farm, and they're being milked right now, afternoon milking. And the milk here never goes through a pump, so they're milked in individual pails. And then it's vacuumed through a filter through this line you see hanging here. And then it's gravity feed to the pasteurizer. And then within the creamery, it has a massaging pump, and Clint can tell you more about all that. But it's vital for the milk to remain sold, like you're nursing out. That's literally if you were a cat nursing. So that flavor in the chocolates comes through in milk that's intact. And in America today, milk goes through an average of 7 centrifugal force pumps before it's bottled. And so here it's vital that it never goes through a pump at all. So originally we were getting a longer than normal lifespan out of our cows through basically cow care and general animal husbandry and through our feeding program, right, which was all natural. But when we started reducing stresses,
Yes.
Our lifespan went from 8.5 years to now it's 13.28 in 3.5 years. This is probably the highlight of the day because it's milking time for these cows.
I use whatever I have in my garden, but if I don't have strawberries or something like that, these are from a lady by the name of Deborah Sloan, and she's a one-woman farm who's all organic. And so tomorrow these are going to be strawberry chocolates. These are a milk chocolate raspberry. These are the dark chocolate raspberry, and then these two are right here. These are Vale's Double Cream, which is a fresh raspberry ganache, one layer, and then a layer of Madagascar vanilla. 2 layers in one. And I make these 2 chocolates, the inside, the ganache, from one cow's milk, and that's supreme. But the inside is all from one cow. So this is Vale, name of the cow, and this is supreme. And each cow gives me the ability to bring out certain nuances or flavors, especially with fresh berries or fresh herbs that I want to highlight. And that's why I use certain cows for the ganaches versus other cows. The chocolate itself, like on the outside, is a blend of cows as opposed to one sometimes. Sometimes I'll do one, but it's usually a blend because I'm trying to make a dessert chocolate, not necessarily a chocolate that is specific to one region or one cacao flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking to marry a chocolate with my dairy because that's what I focus on. Is I'm focusing on the quality and the flavor and the consistency of the ganaches, combined with natural herbs and flowers and fruits to get my chocolates. A 100% caramel that's made with Daydreams milk. She's the only Jersey I use in my chocolate. But these are Daydreams today. I've used Daydreams milk for this. And she just makes a buttery, creamy caramel. With very low sugar content. Yeah, really? Yeah. You'll taste the buttery creaminess before you taste any of the sweetness, sugar, and that sea salt. Yep, 2 different kinds. I use a different kind for this, the dark chocolate. I use a fleur de sel on the milk chocolate and a Malden on the dark chocolate. It makes a huge difference which salts pair differently with chocolates. So. When homemade butter, it gets a little harder because you're dealing with all fats as opposed to any water added or any emulsifiers or anything. So it's always a little firmer, especially when it's been refrigerated. So I don't use salt in my butter. It's unsalted. So my chocolates are unsalted. My focus is natural flavors and as minimum amount of additives as I have. It's a very thick cream because I have our cows, and there's certain cows that have more butter fat than others. So what I do is I have the ability to make any percentage of heavy cream that I'm after. So if you went to the grocery store, heavy cream is a minimum of 35% butter fat. Okay, but for me, I can make anywhere from 35% which is requirement for heavy cream, all the way up to about an 80%. So how I can convert my chocolates from individual cows to get a texture that's part of what I do. And butterfat is not the only thing I consider. The lactose and the flavor of that milk is essential to how the certain flavors that I use, like a mint or a raspberry or lemons.
Yes.
This is one of my very favorite. This is what's called a sour cream lemon poppy seed ganache, and it's our fresh sour cream, fresh lemons, and poppy seed. And if I cut one open, you'll be able to see all the poppy seeds that are inside as well. And the top might, they're all inside throughout, so you get that nice little crunch, but you get the flavor of the poppy seed in there. But this is, it's creamy, it's rich, it's dense, and it gives that basis of fresh lemons and sour cream all in there, and I just love it. But that comes from how I base the cow's milk, the flavor, the taste, the consistency, to what my end goal is. But this one I call Creed's Madagascar Vanilla because Creed, she is now retired, but she was the one I always made my Madagascar Vanillas from, only her milk. So now I'm using her daughter, and there is that. But if you tasted it, it is, even though they look the same, this is a lot creamier, denser, and this is her milk and her daughter's milk, Charity is her daughter, is ultra creamy. I mean, it's like drinking liquid ice cream.